Animals create balance, stability, and well-being. They play an important role in maintaining our way of life, so it is only fair that we play our part in conserving them. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, over 40,000 species are threatened with extinction, and over 50% of those species are not even animals. So why have so few people heard about species outside the typical elephant or polar bear? This is because they are charismatic megafauna, large animals that have widespread appeal and can be identified by nearly everyone. These are animals that environmentalists typically use in campaigns because they attract more support and attention. The idea is, by protecting one species in an environment, you are protecting all of them. Unfortunately, this does not always work, and oftentimes the smaller animals are left unprotected. Is also a problem when the charismatic megafauna is an invasive species and people refuse to get rid of them because they are so popular, leaving the harm to stay in the ecosystem. The following animals are species that have not been able to garner enough support to be protected.
The Seychelles forest scorpion is critically endangered. The Manus green tree snail is threatened. The Atasia highland frog is critically endangered and could already be extinct. The Tulutoma is endangered. Staghorn coral is critically endangered. The reticulate leaf frog is critically endangered. The Bersha cambogiensis is critically endangered.
Try a Google News search of endangered species. Polar bears, wolves, and sea lions crowd the top headlines. Though the so-called charismatic megafauna dominate the media scene, their place in the spotlight obscures those of other species, and may even be the downfall of conservation.
We sent out a form to the school asking this question, and these are the most common results. Over 90% of the results we received were charismatic megafauna. This is a comparison of a tiger, which is a charismatic megafauna, and a chameleon, which is not, in relation to the conservation efforts the IUCN is taking to protect them. As you can see, despite the chameleon being more endangered than the tiger, significantly more actions have been taken to protect the tiger.
Although these current conservation efforts have some positive outcomes, promoting megafauna to the public does not always produce the best result for the species that are not represented in the system. Habitats that do not have any well-known species are often left to fend for themselves. While the conservation of charismatic megafauna is still important, they should not be a distraction from the other species that also need help.